moving that metacarpal on the trapezium, right? And so if I'm going into thumb flexion and I have a concave surface on my metacarpal, for thumb flexion, what glide is going with thumb flexion? On or glide, great. Excellent. So for the treatment, so we did assessment before and we did the glides, kind of holding it here like this. The only difference I'm going to do now is really get a hold of blocking that trapezium. So I got a nice block there. And I'm going to kind of come in and use either the hypothenar eminence here, or you can still use the second MCP, one or the other, and do your glides. You know, you have something more firm to push from than you're doing your thumb. So I can use the second MCP or the hypothenar eminence. But at the end of the day, I want to get that on or glide, okay? Thenar. So I can come in here and grip it like that, or I can use my second MCP. Did I say hypothenar?
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry. All right. So that's for the honor glide. For the radial glide. So this one, it's kind of difficult to get in a position where you can do the push with the radial glide. So what you're going to do is just really get a good grip around the metacarpal, really stabilize the trapezium posteriorly, and do a radial glide. So kind of coming up towards you. Just make sure you have a good, solid stabilization on the trapezium. All right, so just like our assessment glides, you're just getting a stronger grip on there. Glide, glide. Now as we move to adduction and abduction, so if I'm going to look at the glide for adduction, now the metacarpal surface is convex, moving on a concave. So what's my glide for thumb adduction? Yep. Palmar, anterior. Get a good, same thing, try to get a really good grip on the metacarpal there. You can use your thenar eminence if you can get it inside that web space. If you can't get your thenar eminence inside the web space, still use your thumb there, but just really lock down on it so you're not pushing so much with your thumb. You have some support for your thumb there. And stabilize your trapezium and do your glide. And then if I'm going to do them for abduction, what's the glide? Dorsal, good. I can go, remember I can go to the point of restriction, go as far out as the thumb will go before the restriction occurs. And then I'm going to do a glide anterior. I'm kind of using, again, having a really nice solid grip around the metacarpal. I like to hook it inside my PIP joint here, so I can just glide it up and have something nice and solid to pull from. Okay. Your thumb and then your fingers, same ideas. Now you're going to use your second MCP, stabilize. You can stabilize against a wedge like we did before. Make sure, let's bring your hand over here on the table here. So she's sitting here, right? If I'm going to do my glides, second MCP, proximal on the joint, glide. Just make sure that you're not pushing into the edge of the wedge there, that there's enough space to do your glide. Okay? Do that for each of the joints. And you can do it posteriorly as well. There. Second MCP on the proximal phalanx. Do my glide. Okay? So take a little bit of time with the